Alright, my boys, so we have a fairly odd raid for multiple reasons for you guys today on Xenoverse 2. Now, the reasons that this raid in particularly is fairly odd is, for one, it was announced multiple days in advance of it actually starting. Usually all raids on Xenoverse 2 when they are put on this website are either dropping that night or they have already started at that point in time. But in this one right here, as you guys can see, it was uploaded on the website and updated on the 18th, which was yesterday. Now, this raid actually won't be starting until the 21st, and it'll be going through the 27th, as you guys see down here. The Android 21 raid is actually still going on at this moment in time, and will be, I believe, for another day. I believe it ends tomorrow night at some point in time. So again, just fairly weird that they do that in that regard. And then also, this is technically a brand new raid that we have not seen before, kind of come out of nowhere. Like, we've never seen an Awoken raid of the man Dragon Ball Super Gogeta that goes from base to Super Saiyan Blue. In the previous one, if we scroll down a bit, there was recently a Gogeta raid that was an absolute must-do, for the simple fact that it did offer the Super Soul that is best for Super Saiyan Blue evolution, and that's this raid right here. Now, this raid, again, he starts in base and goes to Super Saiyan, but he does not actually go all the way to Blue. In the newest raid, he goes all the way to Blue, which is it's just a bit odd to me why they didn't have him go to Blue in the earlier raids where Gogeta was featured. And then also the simple fact that this kind of came out of nowhere at the same time in terms of being an actual new Awoken raid in a sense on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 as well, over 2 months after the free update did drop. Now, let's get back past that and actually get into the information of this raid that you guys are looking for. Now, this raid again will start on the 21st and go all the way through the 27th. Now, in terms of rewards, this one, again, it's just a bit odd. Like, usually with a raid that is new like this, you see either some kind of new reward, or you see some kind of just a lot of rewards, something along those lines, and neither is really the case right here. But there is a Super Soul you can obtain, and it's not a bad one by any means. Now, at 5,000 damage, you're just getting 50 TP medals. Basically, let's just say this: every damage category, you're just getting 50 TP medals, except for 50k. At 50k damage, you will also get a Super Soul from Trunks GT. If you want to fly in the sky, martial arts are the only option. Now, I don't think that's the actual name. I'll have the actual Super Soul up on the screen for you guys right now to see for yourself. Now, what this Super Soul does, if I'm remembering correctly, it boosts your movement speed by an XL amount at all times, and then also makes burst dashes use no stamina. So when you do a double like burst dash to go behind your opponent, you will no longer lose stamina when you actually have this Super Soul active. So it can definitely be a Super Soul that can be fairly annoying to fight in an online setting. One, because your opponent's speed is boosted by 20%. A 20% increase to your speed in a game like Xenoverse 2 actually is a fairly big difference. And then two, they have unlimited burst dashes in a sense to where they can just kind of spam that and use it in very annoying ways without having to worry about actually losing stamina. But that is the only reward that is in this raid, which again just makes it very odd to me. Like, this raid is just odd for multiple reasons. Again, them putting it on the website 3 days before it actually starts, the fact that it is a brand new Awoken raid that we've never seen before come out of nowhere, and then also the fact that since it is a brand new Awoken raid that we have not seen before, they're only giving us one reward in total besides TP medals. Now, overall, doing this raid is definitely worth it whether you want the Super Soul or not, because you can get the 50k damage in raids nowadays if you have a proper build. You know, 200 in Ki Blast, a Super Soul that greatly increases your Ki Blast damage, things like that, having the right moves, whether it's Bending Kamehameha, Big Bang Kamehameha. There are a bunch of other moves that you can use in raids that are very effective. Bomber DX, for example, that's another good one. These kind of moves accompanied with a build that is very strong in the Ki Blast category. Like I said, 200 points plus a Super Soul that at least gives an XL boost to your ki blast damage as well. You can get raids done and get to that 50k marker in 1 or 2 raids, which is just very easy to do, and it's why I suggest doing these raids from now on, because just the TP medals alone do make them worth it, considering it does seem like the level cap will continue to increase based off of the data files in Xenoverse 2. It seems like at one point we will be able to get to 199, and obviously you do need those TP medals if you want to get your CAC instantly up to the next level cap whenever it does release. Like say the next update it goes all the way to 140, right? You're gonna need TP medals if you want to get to 140 instantly at that point in time on your main CAC or multiple CACs. So I definitely recommend doing all and every raid at this point. But again, the only other reward from this raid is this Super Soul from Trunks. If you do not have it, it is worth getting, because it can be, you know, like I said, a fairly annoying Super Soul to encounter in a PvP setting, considering the speed boost that you do get, and then you also basically have unlimited boost dashes and do not consume stamina at all when you actually use those as well. So let me know your thoughts on this raid down below in the comments, and if you'll be doing it, all things like that. But till next time, my boys, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, hope you have a good one. Peace, y'all.